Hi everybody, I'm Zyro here and today we are at Boss Talk Behind Our Success Story. And today our special guest is Dato Sasikala. She is actually the former Deputy of Chief Police Officer of Selangor. Welcome Dato Sasikala.
Hi everybody.
Yeah, and today we are very happy to do a Boss Talk together in this podcast. And before we start, we normally will choose 4 drinks for our guests to start up. So there is 4 drinks for you to choose as drinks, of the day. Okay, so because we do inspired by the Mamak style, so you can choose either of the drink here. We have, Teh Ais Limau, then we have Teh Tarik, Bandung, and also Milo. So what is your favorite drink of the day?
Well, it's iced lemon tea.
Okay, I will choose probably Milo. So this is the mangkok that we will serve. So I think they will serve us with this. So you open up and then we serve. So we make it the mangkok style because normally when we go mama, especially for my international guests, they will be very delighted to be served like that. Do you really go to the mama and drink like this?
I've seen, but I've never drank.
Oh, okay.
This,
Do you know why they call it the mangkok style? Normally they say mangkok because it's bigger.
Yeah.
So the cup is smaller, right?
Yeah.
So normally we take it that way, to make it bigger and you drink more lah.
Drink more and more convenient for them. I think they don't have to wash.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
So we will start our first question. Okay, what inspired you to join the police force in the first place, Dato?
Well, Zyro, there were a few factors actually that inspired me to join the police force. First and foremost, it was actually the encouragement from my parents itself.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
My father was working as a chief clerk. At that time, it was called the Jalan Bandar Police Station, Kuala Lumpur itself.
Okay.
So he actually took the forms from the police station. He filled it up and he submitted it for me. So that was the start of the...
But do you like this career? How do you see this career?
Yeah. Secondly also, because my father was a chief clerk, as I mentioned, the surrounding environment also influenced and attracted me to this organization, because there are police barracks around my place and you see all the patrol cars and the policemen who will be walking past by my house. So actually I was very attracted to their police uniform.
I see.
Yeah, so that was one of the reasons why I took up this career and I didn't object when my father actually proposed it. And thirdly also, I'm the type of person who enjoys reading thriller storybooks or watching movies,
I see.
And my favorite at that time used to be like Sidney Sheldon, John Grisham, Agatha Christie, Nancy Drew.
Okay.
So
detective,
all this, detective story, how you solve crime and that sort of things, and I enjoy doing it. And also perhaps I like to help people, to come out from their problem.
I see.
So all this accumulated for me to join the police force.
So when you joined the time, your parents, you were saying your dad figure, right? Then what about your mom? Did your mom really encourage you to join? Or, because being a police is kind of like danger as well. It's kind of risky. And people always have this stereotype, being a woman, no need lie, you just stay at home, or you get a proper job. Why do you want to, work into a blue collar services where you take up, a lot of your time, or even you risk your life, for doing that in field. So what do you think about that?
Well, I suppose my parents knew what type of person I am. I'm actually I'm a very independent person, a very strong-willed person, and very brave, I would say. I would be able to go anywhere myself. I don't depend on my parents. So that itself, my parents look at my outlook and they felt that I will be able to execute this job, will be able to undertake this job. They had no worries for me that is risky or is challenging, or it will be probably affect my married life later or whatsoever. I suppose they would feel proud looking at me being a police officer.
So your mom also indirectly also encouraged you to do so?
My mother, in fact, actually, what she didn't get in her life.
She also wants to be a...
she wanted me to be a career-minded person.
I see.
She will always tells me to be a very strong person, never depend on a man. Even if you're married, you must be able to earn a living yourself. So she really instilled in me that. So I actually emulated whatever character she had. You know, she wanted to be a nurse, a Florence Nightingale, but she was not able to because of the Japanese invaded our country, so she stopped studying. But she wanted me to go far, even in my studies, learn as much as I can, and be independent, be strong. And there's nothing that you as a woman cannot do.
Wow, she's such a strong lady,
yeah, she
inspiration
was.
And a beacon of the family.
Yes. So that guided me through.
I see. Well, I believe that from your sharing just now, Dato, your family puts a very high hopes on your future, on your career.
Because we're a small family. It's just 4 of us, my parents, my brother, and only myself.
I see. Okay, very interesting, because Dato is the first female Indian officer that holds such a strong post, and also being a DCP, Deputy Commissioner of Police, is actually number 4 in Malaysia ranking. So what do you mean to be the first Indian female DCP?
Well, I would not describe it as a personal achievement milestone.
It is, but it represents the entire women force.
It is not only a personal achievement milestone, let me correct my statement, but I suppose it is a progress. It's a progress for the women's society, especially in the police force, you know, open doors to other women police officers, and also to the Indian society that they could reach the highest levels at any point of time. So there is a progress in terms of career, though it took some time for a first Indian lady women officer to reach to this level, because as far as history shows, way back in the 90s, the first female Indian police officer to achieve a highest rank was Puan Chandramala.
Okay.
But she only held the position of Assistant Commissioner of Police. So, no, ACP.
Yeah, ACP.
So after over more than 30 years, I would say that the barriers that stood for a very long time
3 decades
has broken.
Wow, very good.
So
proud of you.
So it really took a very long time. And also I would say being the first Indian women officer, it also shows that you are shouldering responsibility beyond the title. What I mean is, when you hold this position, there is an image that you have to shoulder, you have to portray. You cannot bring it down, you know, because people look at you as a symbol, as a role model.
A role model of success.
Yes.
You know.
So you have to uplift this image at all times, you know. And probably the women out there, they would be saying that if she can do it, why can't I? This is very powerful statements, you see. And in the course of my career, yes, I have come across people who approach me and tell me that you are our idola, you are our icon.
The Wonder Woman.
So you can see that you are a mentor to them. You are an inspiration to these people. But it's not only ladies, you know, even men come back to me and they look up at me as their mother.
Oh, really? You does have a very good motherly figure.
In fact, they even have my photo in their wallet.
Wow.
They put my picture at their altar.
Wow. I need to start putting that.
And, you know, for blessings. Some form of blessing. They even have picture at the screen of their laptop. I mean, I was quite surprised in that sense. So it is, I would say, shouldering a very heavy responsibility as it goes. And also, I would say that being the first should not be the last.
Of course.
Right? So the success story should go on in the future for the younger generations, probably to hold a higher rank than what I've been shouldering, right? And I also believe that it is also proving competence in a male-dominated space.
Of course,
right?
it is.
You have to be competent, you have to be resilient to achieve such position.
Yeah, actually you break the taboo of what the public always sees, that, oh, this is the alpha job, woman, okay, that's the position that you have. It's a very big achievement, to achieve that regardless. And of course, Indian community in Malaysia, of course, Malaysia is a multiracial country, but Indian community is considered a very small group of people, and you managed to rise it up. I think it's a very great achievement for all the women in not only in the country, but I believe in the world as well, because you raised up to this position, and I'm proud of you.
Thanks, I know.
So, what about your parents or your family? How do they find that when you became the first female officer with that rank? So, what do they react about it?
That part I really feel sad, Zairo, because my parents did not live to see my success.
I see.
My father passed away
sorry for that, but
way back in the 1991, whereas my mother passed away in 2017. So she did not live to see my
but I'm
last
sure
achievement.
they are proud of you in heaven. I'm sure they can see it. But what about your husband, your daughter, or your children? I'm sure that they are so proud of you. Mama is so strong. Mama is so good now.
Yes, I'm married.
Yep.
Okay, I'm married. My husband actually works overseas in Bangkok, and having a husband who's very supportive of your career is very important, because it itself supports and motivates you to reach a higher level.
Of course, family support is, I think, is the biggest, that you can have, the support, because they're always there for you.
And my daughter, she's a young doctor, and she's a very strong woman herself. So she is also equally very supportive. And I think that also builds your success in your career as well.
I see. Okay, very interesting.
And not forgetting good friends.
True.
I think it's very important to have good friends as well. To support you all the way times need, because mine is a very small family, and then you have to balance work,
career,
life and career. At times I would need their help to assist me. So that's when it comes very needed.
Yeah, of course. I believe that you're a very strong lady, and also you also work a lot and to achieve for your family, for yourself, and also for the community. Because this job is not only a career, but it's a dedication work, to the country and community as well. I mean, we are proud of you, Dato. So, can you share any of the unforgettable experience in your career journey?
Okay. The last 3 years of my career, I just retired, over a year. My last post was the Deputy Chief Police Officer in Selangor. Prior to that, I was attached to Bukit Aman for over 30 years. I was serving in the Narcotics Crime Investigation Department, as well as the Commercial Crime Investigation Department. So, investigation has always been my forte. Of course, working in Bukit Aman.
I'm so scared what you will investigate later.
Means very high profile cases. There's always pressure from the top to complete the investigation fast, meeting the expectations of your bosses, public expectation. But even that, I actually could handle it, because I've been serving long. The investigation is sort of like at the tip of my fingertips, right?
So easy, right?
But you have professional pressures to complete your job. But having said that, I feel the toughest moment was when I became the Deputy Chief Police Officer of Selangor. That was my first role outside of the ambit of the headquarters, whereby I was serving the state. And as you know, Selangor is such a big state. It's very diverse, right? In terms of economics, in terms of its population, in terms of its social being. So here I have to handle 15,000 personnel. I'm second to my boss, right? My boss is the Chief Police Officer. In his absence, I have to take up the role. So we have 16 districts in Selangor, and you get all type of cases in Selangor. So in the year of 2020, end of 2022, somewhere in December, there was a major landslide in Malaysia, in Batang Kali, whereby 92 people's campers who were camping at Batang Kali, there was a landslide, and the land buried some of them, the campers, and about 31 people actually died in that landslide. I think it's one of the deadliest disaster in Malaysia.
It is a very
after
sad
the Highland
tragedy,
Towers. So at that time, my CPO was about to retire.
Okay.
So he was on leave, and
okay.
then we got this news about this landslide in Batang Kali. So I was instructed to go there.
Okay.
So I have never served or have any experience in handling natural disaster.
Okay.
So when I went there to Batang Kali, I still can visualize vividly how it was at that point of time. It was kind of like chaos.
Of course it is.
Yeah, a lot of people going around, a lot of agencies setting up their tents. And normally in this sort of natural disaster, police are the commanders. They have to take control of the situation. So when I went there, though I did not have any experience in handling natural disaster, but I can't show to the public that I don't have such experience. I have to recollect how best for me to manage such a situation, what sort of direction I should give to my people. The OCPD was in charge, but the OCPD was also new. At the head of the internal security and public order, he just got transferred, so he was not there. And the IGP is coming. You have to give him a briefing as what is the status, and you have the minister coming, you have the media, you even have the Queen coming over there, and I had to give a briefing to her. So you try to absorb as much as information and try to understand the situation, the facts and whatnot, and to give the correct information while briefing. So having said that, I felt that over time, after the next day itself, things were a little bit better. You managed to handle because you also get some advice from your seniors who have experience in handling these natural disaster. You read up the SOPs, what not you have to do. But it was a great experience in that sense, that I was able to encounter such an experience. And what was more important, being calm. Being calm in such a situation, getting all the resources to help you, collaborating with other agencies in that sense, and don't act smart.
Don't act smart.
Don't act smart. So whatever you do not know, you just have to ask and try to create a better situation over there.
So this is believe this is the very tough crisis management. Because there is no guideline.
Correct.
There is no experience
but
on that.
In that sense, I do not have any experience because it's the first time I'm handling it. Guidelines are there, of course. Later on, I managed to get all the SOPs pertaining to it, and also a learning experience after we have undergone all this. What are the lessons learned? What are our weaknesses? How can we improve
better
for the next? Hopefully not.
Of course.
If it happens in that sense.
How do you get the guideline? Just out of curiosity. It's set by.
It's under the respective department. This is under the internal security.
Because there is no such a case before beside the Island Tower in Ampang, UK site last time. I'm just curious. The guideline is actually preset by which agency or
by
which
the
department?
police itself. In fact, in college, we have a crisis management section. So people go for such courses.
I see.
How to handle disasters. So from there, you come up with the SOPs from the department itself, the Internal Security and Public Order Department. They have all those guidelines. It's just that we are coming from different segments of department, may not have gone through such a training before this. But after the lesson learned, we had training within Selangor itself for all our police officers in case in such event happen. Not only natural disaster of like landslide, it could be others like terrorism or something like. How do you handle such situation? So it was a good learning process in that sense.
The entire journey, how long it take you to resolve the case? Because it takes some time, for the rescue, even the bomber involved in that. Because I still remember that dearly enough, because it's one of the biggest news in town back then.
Correct. So I think it ended on Christmas Day. On Christmas
25th.
Day. And because the last body was not found. You know, it was a young boy.
Yep.
His body was buried somewhere deep, and we couldn't find that body. So the rescue teams still went in to look for the body, and finally we managed to find it. So that was the closure at that point of time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, this is a very deep memory, I believe, for you as well, and also for the public. So what is the biggest misconception that people always have about police force?
What do you think?
Wow, this is so sensitive. Let me throw back this question to you.
All right. So I personally, I feel like when people talk about policy, they always relate to enforcement and punishment. I'm sure during your childhood, your mom or your dad would have said, Zairo, le kwai le ngok mata chok le ya.
Wow, yeah, it is.
Right?
Yeah, mata lai yao.
Mata lai ya. So I suppose in every family household, this kind of topic crops up.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, to frighten the young kid. And they say, hey, you do naughty stuff, I'll call the police.
Yeah,
it is.
Get you. 999.
Yeah, so from the young itself, it's instilled in them that police comes to catch you, to arrest you if you're naughty. That means if you commit a crime and whatnot. So it's kind of embedded from young till you are an adult. But policing is more than that. It's far more greater horizon about policing. When you talk about policing, it's about prevention of crime, right? You talk of building community trust. You talk about public safety. You talk about vulnerable families and victims. Police is for everybody most of the time. Anybody has any problem, they always run to the police. No matter whether it's a criminal affair or a squabble between families or is it a neighborhood dispute. They want the police to be the middle person to solve
the problem.
Their problem. You know, even mental stress situations.
Oh, really? Mental stress to go for police?
I still recall when I was a young police officer that this couple came running into the police station and that lady was screaming that she wants to commit suicide.
Oh my God.
You know, and her spouse or a partner was there, and you being there, how do you handle such a situation? It's not a crime, but how do you solve?
It's a mental distress.
It's a mental distress. So you have to give sound judgment. You need to have some empathy, the human side of it, to solve their problem. You know, so when you talk about policing, it's not just punishment and crime. It's a very broad perspective where police has their human side of it. You know, I'm sure you would have seen from the online medias where the policemen try to assist people when there happens a traffic accident, or even a pet which drops into the drain.
That's why it's very touching sometimes to see you go beyond your career, you see. That is not about public safety, it's about human nature as well.
It's a service.
It's a service.
It's a service to the public, keeping the public safe. You talk about public safety. So that is the most, I would say, the misconception that people has about police. It's beyond that. It's about prevention, about community policy.
It is. For the safety of the public as well. And also a human side that sometimes it can't measure by your, by your experience or even by your career itself. You know, you just react because you are a human being. So I think that is one of the misconceptions that I always have in mind in store, because I have some of my friends, but touch wood, I do not experience this because I'm a very good citizen, a very good civilian. So some of my friends, they talk about bribery, the bribe issue. So I think this is the misconception, because for me, if you talk nicely with the police officer, if they ask you bekerja sama, I mean you work along with the police officer, everything is fine. I don't encourage this. I don't even encounter this because I don't drink. First thing, so I don't drink, so I don't have this issue at all. But I have some friends around me. They say, "Hi, police officer! Oh my God, they take this and that." So how do you react over this if people ask you about this?
Well, I would say that when there's no givers, there's no takers.
It is. That is the.
So most of the time, it also goes back to the giver. Who wants to settle certain things. So it's sort of like a temptation. Temptation. Policemen are also being human. You are not sure what is troubling him, what problem that he has, and when you tempt him with certain things, so probably it change his way of thinking, his wisdom at that point of time. If you say, for example, you have committed a crime, just say, issue me a summons. Yeah. Why settle? You know?
Why settle?
Why settle? I'm willing to go to the court.
Yeah. Okay. Which is true. Yeah.
So that's a balance. Of course, I'm not saying everybody is a good pepper, right? But it's not only in the police force.
Yeah, it's happening
anywhere, in any sectors,
as long as there's
be
human.
government or private.
Yeah,
they are
true.
just human if they are tempted.
Yeah, true.
Yes.
Okay, the next question that I would like to ask Dato, I believe that this is a very big issue, and I think most of people like to know this. So the 1MDB rate, how do you balance your professional responsibility and with the public and also the media attention during this sensitive operation? Because I believe you are the one that gets raped to 1MDB rate, our former Prime Minister. So Dato Sri Najib. So what do you think about this?
Well, very sensitive question, of course. However, I will just answer it very professionally. Of course, when we are instructed, I was instructed by my director, of course, to conduct a raid at the premise or the house of the former Prime Minister then. We stand guided. Stand guided with the laws, with whatever procedures that we have, and with the facts. All right. So we have our own team. We actually brief our team as what they're supposed to do. And what is important is to act professionally. Of course, the media and the public can be very intense.
Very brutal.
But we should not be influenced with whatever noise and affect the conduct of our search. What is important is, I think, we act with accountability, with discipline, integrity, discreet. We focus with our job. When media is involved, we do not respond to headlines. We only have one spokesperson. That would be our director.
Director.
Yeah. We do not want to misdirect the press or have any contradictory statements. So whatever information that we obtain, we try to not to compromise the investigation, right? Try not to, what I would say that we have a very professional investigation conducted at the premise, and the information to be given to our director. So he would be the spokesman to the media. Of course, the public confidence is important. So you have to act professionally. Your conduct during the raid is very important. So you act professionally with integrity, with discipline, so that there's no public narratives or negative comments or remarks from the public. So to be seen that we are acting in a very cordial and professional manner according to the law specified. I think that's the most important, how we deal with the media and the public, and not to glorify a situation. Because that can backfire you. So having the information discreet and reporting only to a selective channel, that would negate any contradictory statements reported by the media itself.
I see. Okay, so the spokesperson, if I'm not mistaken, was the Singh police officer, right?
Dato Sri Amar Singh.
Amar Singh, yes. So that make a very huge headline when the news came out. Everybody said, wow, it's such a heroic act, things like that. So I think this is a very sensitive issue as well. So I think what Dato actually highlighted is very important, because you don't glorify this, because this is part of your job as well. You're just taking orders to do, and also taking the enforcement part. So I think handle professionally is the key term.
Yes.
So that is the...
And one channel with the media, because otherwise...
Too many speculation, too many manipulation.
Too many narratives.
Yes, true.
So the reporting should be factual and correct.
Very interesting. Such an interesting question, very sensitive as well. So I know Dato has been retired for 1 year plus. So how has it changed your life after the retirement?
Well, life has been wonderful.
Okay, so you make a lot of friends.
I've actually
travel around. I know you're a hiker. You go around the world to hike.
Yes. After my retirement, I continued with my hiking. I went to Mont Blanc. I did hiking for 11 days and managed to accomplish quite well. About 170 kilometers with 70 over hours journey with total elevation 9,900 meters high.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I don't know how I can even survive Barry.
A total going up and down.
True, but still.
Yeah, but it was a achievement for me, for my
is.
personal self, you know, that I was able to do it, you know, to test my strength, my mental fitness level, and so on. And I did a little traveling to certain nearby countries, like not many, maybe to India, Thailand, and this sort of countries. And I also been invited to join as an independent director in some corporate companies, and that keeps me busy, where I have to attend the board of directors meeting. And you also have kindly invited me to be a committee member of the Knights Award.
Yes, it is. I'm a council member.
Yeah,
so proud to have you.
And I'm also holding certain posts in some NGOs as an advisor to the World Youth Book of Records, as well as the AI Business Chambers. I'm one of the pro tem committee members, and also on cyber security as an advisor to the association. And when all this keep me busy, and when I'm free, I go on my pickleball.
It's very sporty.
I really enjoy it. It's very addictive, keeps me fit, and I've also taken up a new sports. That is swimming, actually.
Oh, swimming. Oh, I didn't know that. I'm a diver. I'm a professional diver, so I dive.
But you don't need to be a swimmer to be a diver.
Yeah, it is. You just need to have a license, and you explore the other world. You know, diving is another world. You know.
So doing something that I didn't have the opportunity to do when I was working because of the busy lifestyle and so on. So doing something that I like.
I see.
And learning something new every day.
When is your next hike?
My next hike probably next year now.
Okay.
Yes, because I have family commitments for this year.
Sure.
So probably I will start on it next year. I would really love to go to ABC.
Oh,
Annapurna base camp. Yeah.
Okay, that is very tough as well.
Not as tough as Mount Kinabalu or Mont Blanc, I think, but I think fitness is very important.
I can't even think about it. The numbers that you mentioned earlier, how many climbs and stuff, I think that is my equivalent to my 1 year walk.
I mean, if you have the interest, you can explore.
I don't have the interest anyway. But I'm kind of admire you, you know, for your age, you know, for despite your busy schedule as well, and you still have the determination to keep your fitness level up. So I think that is very important. You need to stay healthy. Most important is healthy, right?
Correct.
So, and also life experience, because it's a journey for you, an eye-opener journey for you to experience. So I think that is a very good experience, and also a very good inspiration to, you know, the people out there that's watching this podcast. So the last question that I want to ask, I think it's a very common thing that people will always ask. What is the advice that you will give to a younger generations who wants to join the police field or the police force? Yeah, what is your advice to the younger generation?
Well, the first thing I think they should ask themselves, what is the purpose they want to join the police force, right? Because it's about service to the public. You are talking about dedication, loyalty, and meaning that you have to take upon the challenges if you join the police force. A lot of sacrifice to be made, actually. You know,
it is.
when you join the police force, sometimes you may not be able to enjoy your holidays with your family when it's towards your festival season, because you have to be on duty, and you have to change your lifestyle. You know, discipline is very important in the police force. You know, becoming from a civilian to a police, you can't enjoy what other people enjoy most of the time. You see, so there are certain sacrifices that you have to make. Are you prepared for it? You know, if you are, you have a passion to serve the public, you like to take up the challenges, you are willing to give up the sacrifices, you're willing to work hard, because it's a huge responsibility.
It is.
Being a police officer, as I mentioned to you before, it's not about enforcement and punishment only. In a broader sense, working with the community, and also sometimes kena hantam from the public. Are you able to accept all this, you know, emotionally, you know? So you have to balance all this. So if you are willing to do it, then why not? You can try to join the police force. But if you're not willing to give up you can't. Like I mentioned during my retirement, you know, in my speech, my retirement speech, I said, now that I'm a free person, I'm going to do up my hair, I'm going to color my hair,
your nails and
my
everything.
nails and whatnot, because this sort of enjoyment you can't do when you're in the police force.
Yeah, true.
So the
When
small,
you're in
small
uniform,
sacrifices.
right? That is the integrity, the image that you have to keep.
Yeah, the image you have to uphold to the public, you know.
True.
Yeah,
true. Because when I look into the pictures when you're in your uniform, it's totally different from what you are in now.
Yes, yes.
In the uniform, it's like, oh my God, I dare not to go near you.
So
okay.
that's a big thing.
So on a side note, before we conclude the thing, I mean on a general basis, when people come to you that, auntie or kak or dato, if I want to choose my career, what would you advise? Do you, first thing will strike in your mind, why not be a police officer? Would you suggest? Or on a side note, you will say, no, don't, things like that.
I would say follow your heart.
Follow your heart, okay.
Don't do something that you don't have passion for it. You know, I always believe that parents have a big role to play in the child's career, future career. Why? Because they are able to see what is the talent and the skill that the child has. So don't force the child into something that they do not like, because it has happened in many cases where they go astray, not knowing what actually they want in life, and they keep on studying and studying, taking medical, taking law, and then, you know, age is catching up. When you're actually going to start your career. So it's very important, parents' role in guiding the child, what the child's passion is, the needs is. So do not force a child into the career that they do not want to be in. So it's very important. Follow your passion, follow your dream.
So I believe that your daughter is actually following her dream, because at first we thought that coming from a police family background, maybe they will ask you to do law, or maybe you will go for the same white collar or even the blue collar services. So I believe that she chose her own path.
It's her full choice.
Okay. So
I think she's happy in it.
it is. And you are a proud mother as well, because you have a good daughter, and she's also serving for the nation and also for the community as well.
Correct.
So yeah, so that's about it, and thank you everybody for watching Boss Talk today. And today we are so happy to have Dato Sasikala. So once again, she's the first female Indian police officer that rose up to this position. So thank you so much for having, to be one of our guests today. Yeah, we hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.